Hi guys, I've got a video today for you on all things waterproof. I've been working on this one for a while now, testing out different stuff when we go to the pool. And I think that I came up with the best solution, at least for me, and I think it could apply to anyone. I mean, they're all very, very, very long wearing. Most of them are an oil-based or silicone-based formula, which obviously doesn't get along with water in a good way. And so I just kind of wanted to do a quick little tutorial here on some easy ways, or pick and choose from them. And if you've got under eye circles and that's all you want to worry about, I've got a fantastic product for that. Also, brief interruption. I wanted to show, just because I'm a mother of four, my body is not what it used to be. I'm shooting this in a swimsuit, and I wanted to show you what a postpartum body is supposed to look like. I might be skinnier, I might be not as skinny, I might, whatever, my size is my size, my body's my body, and I accept it and love it for what it is, and, I don't know. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you. This is what postpartum should look like. I've got stretch marks everywhere. This is just a pile of jello. I've got like excess skin, that just kind of builds right here. And you know what? I'm proud of it. I still wear a two-piece. I'm proud of it. That tattoo there was for my kids. It's a little Celtic knot that has each of the first letter of their names. It was the most painful tattoo I've ever had in my life. If you are thinking about getting a tattoo on your stomach, think a little more on that. But yeah, I just wanted to say like a brief little thing about that because, I mean, sure, would I love to be fit and toned and whatever? That'd be great. But, I'm a mom of four. I'm really busy, and, I'm thankful for what I have, for where I am. And, if anything, my body, those marks, the excess skin, whatever, it's just a beautiful reminder to me of, pregnancy, of carrying those babies in my body and bringing them into this world. And I know I complained a lot during pregnancy, but I really truly enjoyed it, and it was such a beautiful, happy time in my life. And it's honestly kind of a blessing that I get permanent reminders of that. Off of the soapbox here. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. I don't know why, but whatever. So obviously the first thing is SPF, moisturizer. Moisturizer, of course, when you're doing makeup. SPF, of course, when you're going to be in the sun. So I just wanted to go ahead. I did all my face stuff, my Clarisonic Joyful Loveness, with my routine that I talked about in another video. I can link in the bottom. But it's the Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense with an SPF 30 in it. It's for, don't drop it, normal, oily, or combination skin, which I definitely have oily to combination, I'd say. This is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to use an eye primer on my face, and on my eyes, obviously. This stuff, I've done this before, and it works so good at keeping your makeup on. There was a day, I don't remember which day it was, my sister's wedding. I was like 9 months pregnant, and it was June 28th, and it was really hot, or June 29th, and it was really hot. So I did that, and my makeup didn't go anywhere, and I didn't wash my face that night. I slept in my makeup, and I popped out a baby the next day, and I still had makeup on. So I really think that if you're in an extreme situation, eye primer can do some pretty fucking good things. So I'm going to finish up a sample I have here of the Bobbi Brown BB Cream in medium. Yesterday I used the Urban Decay one, but it's actually water-based, which I did not know. And so, and I don't know, I think with skin, if you want to even out a little bit, I certainly have problems with that. It's not a bad idea. If you've got really good skin, just use a tinted moisturizer. This is a completely completely using my hands kind of demonstration here. See how that evened out? Just, and if you're going to cake, I mean, there's no point in caking on and doing a heavy look if you're going to the pool. There's just really no point. It's just going to be all over the place. Make sure, yeah, good enough. And then I'm going to take this stuff is amazing in water. I've got a Tarte waterproof concealer. It's definitely not waterproof. But this is my, I've mentioned it in so many videos. It's my, Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. Cha-ching. It really does stay in place. I need to do this in the mirror. I can't. It's too hard to. I have some lovely hormonal zits going on right now. It's a lot of fun. So much fun. And then I'm going to take it bridge of the nose, down the chin. Little dimension, actually. Because you're not going to get the opportunity to use, and I'm going to use my beauty blender. It's a little damp. And the nice thing about using a damp beauty blender is that it's not going to absorb the product. It's not going to absorb the oil in the product. So whatever you're putting on your face is going to last longer whenever you use a damp beauty blender. There's certainly, there's certainly dupes out there for this. My favorite dupe is the Real Techniques one, which I go back and forth on whether I like whatever one better. But honestly, I really just keep coming back to this one because I noticed some problems. The one thing I don't like about it is I've noticed problems with wear in it. That's just from me cleaning it, and I was just going like this. And so that's the only complaint I have about them. They're very delicate. But at the same time, that's kind of what it has going for it, is that it's a very delicate product. And so instead of having to use your fingers or whatever, getting the product on your fingers, this kind of does all the work for you. And it's so, mine's really dirty, so porous that it really, you don't get left with any marks or remnants from that. And I did have, I'm going to do something different as well, again here. Kind of like a contouring thing, but reverse contour. So it looks like you have color that stays on your face. But I did, what the fuck was I talking about? I were talking to somebody in actual real life instead of monitor. Might be a little different. There. See what I'm going for there? It's like almost it's going to be a natural contour. I'm going to put on a cream blush. I kind of don't make it a sharp line. That's what I love about this thing, honestly, is that it's a very dainty, gentle thing, and it does an excellent job of blending. And I think in makeup, that's what people tend to have the biggest problems with, including myself. I'm not, naive to makeup problems at all. And so I really like this. It's a little light. I don't mind that. We're going to go back over with the bronzer, which is probably, that I will guarantee is probably not going to stay on. But to show up to the beach, I think you need a little bit of a bronzy kind of, and I don't believe I have a cream bronzer. I don't know. But anyhow, so next we're going to take, how about them apples, and we're going to take the shade, why does it have to be so difficult to choose? We're going to take the shade Crisp. If you look at Crisp here, This has obviously been well loved. It's got a little bit of shine to it. So, actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to take the shade Caramel because it's kind of a bronzy look. And this is a very tiny bit is enough kind of a product. It's very, very, very pigmented. And just apply blush where you normally would. I always go, this is kind of my routine, and then I work it up around to kind of widen my face. I've got a very elongated face. And if you put too much on, you can always like go back over with your BB cream or something, or use the buffing technique. Do this first, and then use a buffing brush and go back with your BB cream, whatever is best for you. But this stays on for me, so I guess that's really what I wanted to do more than anything, was give you a video where, okay, I've tested out some things. This is what worked. This is what didn't work. Here you go. Because I don't want to just be saying, hey, do this without any backing. You know, I have a lot of makeup. I wear a lot of makeup sometimes, and definitely not an everyday thing, but just over the nose a little bit. And, you know, this is kind of going to act as a little bit of a bronzer. Get it in that hairline where the sun would naturally hit your face. And it brings a little bit of life back in. So I'm just going to do this really, really quick here. Take some wax. Wax and water. It's like positives and negatives. This is going to get your brows to stay. If you certainly just want to put something like this and leave it, call it a day. I need a little bit of extra help, so. Alright, that's pretty much good enough. I'd be looking better with the pencil here, but I'm not. We're going to the beach, y'all. Alright, so I did try a method yesterday that I was extremely dissatisfied with. It did not turn out well. So I slept on it and thought about it, and I decided that I'm going to use concealer as a highlight on my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the same double wear. Yesterday I used, I think my first step that was wrong was, for the first time, I tried a sample of, the primer potion in Sin, which is a total shimmer shade, and then I tried the color tattoos, the Maybelline color tattoos, which, you know, I used to like them, and now I really just don't. If I found a more matte or satin finish, I think I might like it a little better. But it's just like way too much shimmer going on. It doesn't even look right. So, yeah. Certainly bring that down a little bit into the corners. And then this worked fantastic for me yesterday. It's the Bobbi Brown Sand Dune Longwear Cream Shadow Stick. I'll just give you a quick swatch. Very skin toned, flesh toned. I actually had this morning, I swatched all these yesterday when I tried shooting a video, and they stayed on. The Sand Dune stayed on. The shimmer shades I tried stayed on, and the eyeliner, by far out of all of them, the eyeliner was like the superstar of the show, and stayed on completely. Wouldn't even this morning even. I'm gonna use a brush for this actually. This is my Sonia Kashuk small shadow brush. Some of her brushes are a real hit. Some of her brushes are not at all. I find some that are great, some that I hate. But a lot of them, not a lot of them, but the good ones remind me of MAC brushes. See, like super natural. I mean, you don't want to go to the beach looking like you're caked in makeup anyways. Then, okay. Then I just had a little idea, little boing, boing. No, I had a little thing in the back of my head that I wanted to try. I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil shadow stick in Rust, which is very well loved, as you can see, like a burgundy pretty color. I'm taking that same brush, just to add a little bit of definition, and I'm just going in the corner. You can see what I'm doing. And I like to pull my eyelids taut when I do certain shadow things, especially if I'm just going to be doing like a tail, here, just an extension, a lift of the eye. I'm just drawing an extension. I'm not going in, and then I'm going to do the extension, blend it out, and kind of go a little bit into the crease here. All right, I think that's good. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist. Then I'm going to take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight, and these are so hard to read. I don't have champagne gold for a nice goldy glow. And this is how I highlight. Whenever I highlight, I start right maybe at the middle to edge or whatever of the eye, and I just go up. Otherwise, you don't need a whole cheek. Or, unless you've got the skin for that. Even if you do, it can just like overdone, So this is kind of just how I do it. It works for me, and I like it. So whatever. And I'm going to take that same stipple brush. Just stipple it on there. And that's something I also get pet peevy about, is that sometimes I almost like to take my, I look like I'm wet from this right now. I almost like to take my blush or whatever cheek product I've got on and work with it, because there's this post on whatchamacallit, Instagram that I saw a while ago, and it was like, girls be looking like Neapolitan ice cream. And I noticed that. At first I was like, oh, that's hilarious. But then I was kind of noticing it when I was doing my own makeup. Like, that would be my last step, would be to highlight, and all you'd see was the reflection, and it wouldn't mesh as well. Even sitting on top of the blush and having the blush or cheek product brought up, all you'd see was that reflection, not the cheek product sitting underneath it. So I've been doing this lately, and I'm actually really liking this method, because then they're able to, you get that, that's way too much, and I'm going to correct that. You're able to get that highlight without the striping effect, and that's too much. This is way too much blush, too. I need to, help! I'm falling and I can't get up! I need more coffee. Fuck. I wish people could deliver it. And here, miss, here's your coffee for the night. You're gonna need it with 30 kids. I'm kidding. Love my kids. But they're a lot of work. I'm happy with that. Because you still see that shine. You still see that shine, which is what you want when you go to the beach. You want to look fresh and dewy, not overdone, and yeah, you don't want to look like you're caked on. And this stuff is going to last. And I've got a last step that'll really help it last. And these are all, I mean, if you notice here, I'd use a cream contour. Just ran out of my cream contour, but I'd be using that excuse me, if I had it. But this is this is an oil-based product. I love this stuff for anything, and it's been very well loved, But, just as a quick review, you get a lot of variety here. You get a bright red, which scares lots of people. Bright reds are really good. They're really good. If you dab a little on and blend it out, it looks so natural. And then I've gotten that a little messy, but you get a giant mirror here too. So I love this product. It was $30. The balm. I love the balm. I don't know why I don't buy more of them. But they have it at Kohl's now, actually. So Kohl's, cash it up, man. That stuff rocks. Last steps here are going to be my liner. I'm going to be using Too Faced Waterproof Formula, which is right here. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. I didn't realize that when I bought it, but it's the Too Faced Perfect Eyes Waterproof Liner. And I love I've got a little bit of shadow on there from yesterday. But the blend thing, if you look, I mean, it's like this rubbery type of tool, and I really enjoy that. But I'm going to take my push liner brush from Wayne Goss, my number 8 brush, which is a fantastic brush. I haven't been using it very often, and I was thinking the other day, like I grabbed it out and I was like, what have I been doing? Because I really struggle. I don't have a lot of lid space. I used to have a lot of lid space, but and you don't want to just see a liner of or a line of eyeliner that's not what your eye should look like. You want to create as much lid space as you can if you have it. So this is the brush. It's just a tiny, tiny little tiny guy. You can kind of see it here. I've already got my product on it, but it's a fantastic brush. If I were to only buy one of his brushes, it would definitely be wherever I put it, his foundation brush. His foundation brush kicks ass. And I'm going to do a review. I talk about him all the time. I use them all the time. I'm going to give a full review on his brushes. They're fantastic. But so with this push liner brush, it's so hard to do in this because it's a backwards replication of what I'm doing. And I have a very hard time, very right brain. So when I have to incorporate both, it gets really hard for me to do. So I'll just do it here if you can see it. You take the brush right into the lashes and you jiggle it. See how it's so subtle. I mean, that's what you want. You want a natural look at the beach. You don't want to look made up. And even if you want to be, I'm not going in the water, but not making fun of anybody. But if you don't want to go in the water even, it's going to get hot and sweaty. You want to be, or if you're around my kids, you'll get splashed in the face. So, let me make this a little bit better here. Ugh! Sorry, I can't look in the mirror and do this. Or look at the camera and do this. I'm pretty satisfied with that. That's good for me. I'm going to take a little bit underneath. Just on the outer, quarter. Outer, if you divide that into fourths, just go into and not in the waterline, just in the lash line. Just for a little bit of extra definition. Take your lash curler. Almost done. I'm sorry. I am such a nerd. But no, seriously. Curl your lashes. You'll look amazing. I'm going to take my other. And just with this, the best way. Look in this mirror. Just get them at the root. This stuff will not. Absolutely, I promise you, I will buy you one if it doesn't work for you. That's how strongly I believe in this product. It's the Urban Decay. And then just you can pull your eyelid taut a little bit. Look down, get at the root, and wiggle it out. And this is an oil-based product as well, so it's really gonna stay. I have some editing down to do here, so I'm not sure how much. And yesterday I tried this method out, and I was underwater, I was doing everything, and it really didn't, I did it a little differently. So I kind of want to go out to the pool again today and test this out. But, I can even show you in here a picture of my daughter and I. And this was with my method. This is with the method I used yesterday, if you can see it. It really didn't go a whole lot around. Especially if you look at my eyes. But the eye, like I said before, the eyeshadow that I used was terrible. Like, terrible. This stuff is your friend. Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, and I believe Skindinavia makes them, so if you're all into Skindinavia or whatever, Skindinavia puts out fantastic products. I've used them and this, and I don't notice a difference. They make they have a formula that's like cooling for your skin, mattifying. They've got a bunch of different, and they've actually got like a B6 skin prep spray primer thing that I use sometimes, but I don't notice a huge difference, or I haven't used it enough to actually give an accurate opinion on it. Give it a good shake and spray it in a T formation and then in an X formation. These are your friend in summer. They're basically like an alcohol. I can see the ingredients. No, I can't. They're like an alcohol formulated type of a thing, but there's something like some temperature control technology in them. So if you get all sweaty and whatever, it kind of like scientifically or what scientifically, kind of keeps things in place better than a powder, in my opinion, especially in the summer. So we get some crease definition going on. We get dewy, glowy yumminess, and for shits and giggles, let's throw in a lip product here. This is the Sugar Nude Tinted Lip Treatment in SPF 15. Why not? Just why not? I love this stuff. It's like a balm, but it's a lipstick. Beach ready. Yep, here's the eyes. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And actually, I'm going to go swim. We'll see how this shit turns out. Love you guys. See you later. Thanks for watching and thanks for being supportive. And let me know if you have any feedback, if there's anything you want to see. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But, yeah. I will be posting a video soon. Have a nice weekend. Bye. Okay, so it's pouring outside. I've got a plastic bag covering my phone with my makeup on. I was just gonna walk out and kind of, I don't really know what I'm gonna say. So the pool's off. We were talking about going to the pool to test this out. I don't really know, and I'm wearing a white t-shirt. It's going, it looks like it's hitting pretty heavy here. I don't know what I should be doing. Closing my eyes, opening my eyes, I don't know. Going with this. Got that song in my head. Raindrops are falling on my head. Just like the blah 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 blah. My neighbors probably think I'm a lunatic. But you can see this shit's like seriously legit. It's like a hard rain too. I'm getting drenched. And I'm in the cover of a tree, so let's go where it's aggressive. Yeah, this is pretty aggressive over here. You can see it's like fucking straight on. I'm total pop. Alright, I've had enough. I'm cold. Oh, I gotta unlock the door. Alright. Clean that off. Okay, so here is what I look like inside. I mean, if you ask me, that's pretty good. I don't know. Just an opinion. I'm soaking wet. Look like I have soaking wet. Not even any creasing really to speak of, but there you have it. Hope this works for you. It sure works for me.